I still remember a few years ago I bought a new sofa chair from a furniture store, but they can only arrange delivery on weekdays. So I talked to my boss, can I work from home just for one day? And it was a mission. My boss was reluctant to approve it. In the post-COVID world, it should no longer be a problem because this is the norm, especially if you are a white-collar worker. You might think it's a blessing because of the freedom, but it can also be challenging. There are heaps of distractions in your place and they can hinder your productivity. In this video, I'll identify the main distractions you have at home and a few strategies to cope with them so you can focus and shine at your job. Hello everyone, my name is Keith. I help the young working professionals to fast track their success and also have fun at the same time. If you find my video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and of course click the notification bell because that will mean a lot to me. Distraction number 1, people you live together with. Everyone's situation is different. You could be living alone, you could be flatting, you may have to look after children or babies. Depending on how considerate they are, it may not be a concern for you, or they become too much of a distraction. I suppose you can break it down into 3 levels. Level 1, normal flatmate or partner. Generally speaking, they should be sensible enough to not bother you when you are at work. All it takes is just a bit of communication beforehand, so they are aware that you are at work. Let them know when you have important meetings and they will leave you alone. Level 2, children. They probably know it's not right to disturb you, but sometimes they can't help it. In that case, teach them to respect your work. Well, if they didn't listen, maybe try to distract them before they distract us. Get them a crayon set so they can focus on their artwork. Level 3, babies. Unfortunately, there's no way you can reason with them. They need your attention all the time. If it's getting out of your hands, you need to be resourceful. Maybe communicate with your partner to share the workload. Say your partner look after them in the morning and you take good care of them in the afternoon. And that could probably help you fit in your schedule accordingly. The second distraction would be pets. If your family has pets, then fairly likely you have experienced Zoom bombing. I'm pretty sure 99% of us wouldn't mind because they are cute, but in some serious meeting or you really dislike getting interrupted at work, there's still a few things you can do. Now, this is not a pet channel and I don't have pets, so I can't talk from my experience. But remember, pets can be trained. They tend to be schedule oriented. That means if you take your dog out or feed them at non-working hours, give them some time and they'll get used to it. But they did a great job keeping you happy anyway. Turn a blind eye unless they're getting a bit too annoying. Third distraction, chores. Some people are too responsible and they like to keep their workplace tidy. Some people have too much housework and they find it uneasy to leave them undone. Some people might find their work too frustrating and they see chores as an escape. What could potentially happen is you get sidetracked by your chores, spend most of your time working on non-work related stuff. Well, it's bad for your boss, but your mind is at ease. If you feel guilty about it or worry your boss may discover, then you should prioritize your work-related tasks over housework and budget your time wisely. Maybe you can spare half an hour sweeping floors when you are ahead of your schedule. That way you are making good use of your time and you get to move your body around a bit. And guess what? You can also try to delegate your housework to others. Maybe it's time to train your children to learn how to do things themselves. I think the kids is going to hate me. There are more temptations than you think at home. Games, Netflix, TVs, movies, books, comics, newspapers, magazines, social media, YouTube, you name it. Let's be honest here, we will be slacking off from time to time, especially when no one is supervising. Of course, I'm not calling you out. It's fine to take some time off. I play games at work from time to time too. It's all about self-discipline. If you have urgent work, then it's common sense not to muck around. If you think you can get addicted to entertainment and go over time, set a time alarm. Stop the notification from your app so you don't get tempted. Work in a room without TV so you can't watch TV unless you leave the room. Just a few ideas for you. As long as you're sensible, you shouldn't get yourself into trouble. Another distraction is having low energy level. If your energy level is low, then you get tired easily, you find it harder to focus and more likely to make mistakes. In a world with COVID, it is common. You might be overwhelmed. You might be worried about the future. You might be depressed. If you are living alone, then you might not be seeing people and feeling lonely. I totally get that. It's okay to feel vulnerable. At the time of filming this video, the city I live in has been locked down for 4 weeks straight. Frankly speaking, I'm quite frustrated as well. At critical times like this, it's even more important to look after our physical health and mental health. Eat healthily, take enough short breaks, stay hydrated, exercise often, go for a walk, spread your legs.
To get outside and to spread their legs.
Nice.
I mean stretch your legs, watch some comedies to cheer yourself up. And if all else fails, talk to your friends, talk to your manager, talk to your family. Always be resourceful and help is always around the corner. As a recap, there are 5 main distractions when you work from home. They're family, pets, chores, temptations, and low energy level. To minimize the impact of those distractions, you need to have a solid plan to deal with it. So that's pretty much it. I hope what I shared today can help you stay productive working from home without mucking around too much. Do you have any other distractions that I haven't covered? Comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you again in the next video. Signing off.